going over Prime Seller Leads 3.0 along with the back end of your Prime Seller Leads website and the updates that have taken place over the past month, reviewing some of the GPS tracking, and then also how to add videos to the report generated on the front end of your website. Okay, so again, we will open up for questions at the very end here. So if you have any along the way, please just note them, and then I'm happy to help answer them right at the end of today's webinar. Okay, so to start, this is a brand new update we did, which is based on agent suggestions and a lot of trial and error for us to get it exactly right based on what's best for all of your agents for successful follow-up strategies and staying organized within the back end of your website. So really, it looks brand new, and it may be kind of scary to some of you who are familiar with their system. But the thing is that it's just a new appearance, and all of the CRM and back-end features actually are the same. Okay, so it's a new appearance, but we've just added this new dashboard. You can still access everything in the same areas, agents, banks, all of your reports, e-flyers, and the settings are all in the same location. All you notice is that the appearance is slightly different. It's a lot cleaner, friendlier, and easier to read. But the biggest thing is going to be in CRM, your dashboard. So once this update is live, this is the first screen that you're taken to is your dashboard, and then from there you can go through and update whatever you need to with your Prime Seller Leads website. So to review, we're going to go through everything on the dashboard right now and then hop into some of the other new features that we've released this past month. So right up front, without having to hop into the CRM, everything else, you can get a full report right here with these status icons. You can see your full leads right here, partial leads, and the average leads for the average home price listing right there, average partial leads home price right here, and then even page views. So here's some great statistics that we start you right off with in the dashboard. And then if you notice right here, the circle and 2, this is going to be the specific notification for how many full leads have come across today, and then also how many partial leads have come across today. So again, it's just some great stats to see right up front, just because before Prime Seller Leads 3.0, the back end automatically logged you into today's leads specifically. So we've noticed that created a little bit of confusion, so we've gone ahead and created this dashboard to clear up all of those questions and really help all the agents stay organized within the back end of their website. So right here, you'll notice below this is a date range. So if everyone right now doesn't have this to click on and follow along, but we will, once we review the other features, you'll be able to follow along with me in the back end here, because it's all the same, just a different appearance. So you can choose a date range right here. So say if even it was just yesterday's leads, today leads, last 30 days, this month, last month, or you can enter a custom range. Okay, so let's say we wanted to see the last 30 days of reports. There we go. It instantly populates that information, even right at the top here. You'll notice that change. So we change it to last 30 days. You notice 103 leads, full leads, 120 partial leads, and all of this updates instantly for you. A new feature along with this is you can actually see the map location of where these leads have come across, okay? So that just by any one of these areas, you can go ahead and see where they came from on the map, everything else like that. And also to the side, total visitors, and a brand new feature that's very interesting to check out once it's live on your website for Prime Seller Leads 3.0 is the difference between your mobile and desktop visitors. So this will be unique to your market to see which one is performing better. And if you're running specifically Facebook advertisements, you do have the ability to target mobile users that have Facebook applications. So when you place those ads on mobile news feeds, you can really track the effectiveness of it. So specifically for right here, so if we say that more desktop visitors are coming, then it might be a good idea to specifically focus our budget on those desktop visitors. So a great little tool here, see both mobile and desktop, and then this section right here is just going to be all of where your leads came from on a great little map that you can go ahead and check out with that. Um, so if we scroll down even farther, something to help stay organized with the dashboard in the back end of Prime Seller Leads 3.0 is the Facebook. You can see where the leads came from. If it's Facebook, Google, Bing, Yahoo, and then actually direct traffic. And if you forget what this is, we have a great little preview there. It says direct traffic. So you know what it is. So if someone just enters your address from memory from visiting it before, then you can track that information as well. Okay, so moving on a little bit here. We've also updated a great new free feature. A lot of the times we send out email notification about these new updates, anything like that. Mainly we stay proactive in the Facebook group about making these latest news and everything else that's coming along. And so what we included is latest news so that anytime we have a new update, anytime there's a new feature rolling out with Prime Seller Leads, in your dashboard you will actually have it show up right here in the latest news section, and you'll also receive a notification right up here at the top. So when a new one comes across, you'll have a little icon just like this, how it says 2 and 3 in this red box. It'll say how many new pieces of news that we've released and announced from iVortex Media and Prime Seller Leads. And you hover over that little bubble icon, and you can click on whichever piece of news that you would want to read or review about updates to the system or any new features. Okay, so again, that's going to be in this specific area right here in the latest news. And if you want to, because it does kind of trail off there, if you click Read More, it gives you this great pop-up box. And yeah, you can go ahead and read it right there. If not, you can click off it or exit out, and it takes you right off of it back to the dashboard. And now also, just because it can be difficult to remind yourselves to go to the Vimeo channel, to go to YouTube, whatever else, as soon as we have a new webinar, say you miss it, it will actually show up live right in the dashboard of Prime Seller Leads 3.0. So all of our newest videos, everything else like that, Facebook Quick Start advertising guys right here along with a few others. So if you miss a webinar, if you miss a new video update from one of our latest news feed updates, then you can see the video right here and click play, and it actually brings it up right in the window here. You're not directed anywhere, and it'll play right in this window. If not, yeah, it will automatically play right here just for you. Okay, and then scrolling down, we even did a summary for the CRM in the dashboard. It shows the last 10 leads, so if you're on the fly and just need to hop into the dashboard, take a look at some stats, you can go ahead and see just a preview of the last 10 leads. Okay, you cannot customize this list to have more leads right here. You still have the full CRM. It looks exactly like the one you're currently using. But yeah, just a little preview if you don't have to leave the dashboard or just need that information really quick on the fly. Also a brand new feature which is very interesting to check out, you can go ahead and see your traffic based on their operating system that they're using. So if you notice most of your leads are using Windows, Windows operating system, Macintosh, or anything else, that you can see that in this great little graph. It breaks it down for you and see where that traffic is really coming from. Okay, and the next one is going to be traffic by the browser. So if you have a lead that says they didn't get a report, anything else like that, if you know that there's issues with Firefox, Internet Explorer, anything else, you can really troubleshoot right here, and you see what all of these leads are searching for your website on. So if they're using Firefox, if they're using Google Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, or any other web browser to search for your website once they click on your advertisement, then you'll see that information right here. So again, just a little more bit of information. The only thing to take note, though, is that the traffic by operating system, traffic by browser, and also this area right here, because it is a new update, that it doesn't go back and automatically put all your leads in there. What it does is from this point forward, any lead coming across will be entered into these areas. Okay, so everything else, we've gone ahead, like the last 10 leads, everything else and even this information right here, where they came from, backtracks to since you started your Prime Seller Leads website. Since these features right here and the traffic operating system and traffic browser, those are going to be from the moment that the Prime Seller Leads 3.0 is introduced. Okay, so something to take note is that these two features and the one above there doesn't backtrack and automatically populate your information for all your leads. It's from this point forward. However, all the other features, we've gone ahead and set it up to backtrack that specific information and provide you with that. Okay, going further, a little bit farther, a great new feature here is going to be for brokers and agents that have a lot of other agents working underneath them or multiple agent accounts. You can see the top agents right here, and so what you do, the only thing to take note of this specifically is that you enter a custom date range specifically for your top agents. So if you update this date range right here and are expecting to see this agent one update, it doesn't work like that, just because it's specifically for the reporting on your agents. So you can customize the date range right here to see how active they were, last login time, all of that, how many leads have been assigned and accepted. We have these great buttons to go quickly if it's yesterday, last 7 days, last 2 weeks, month, or 3 months. And again, you're also able to have enter a custom range with the flexibility of our dashboard. And so it's a great little tool to use if you're on the fly and just want to see if your agents are logging in and following up with these leads to ensure that they're making the most of their Prime Seller Leads experience, back-end, and follow-up strategies. Okay? So moving forward, another little preview that we have here is going to be for your email reports. Again, you can access that in the same area as email reports from before, but we put this preview right on your dashboard for you as soon as you log in. And it's going to be basically the same thing as the email reporting from before with the before Prime Seller Leads 3.0. So you can see all of this great statistical information here from how many emails were sent to people, how many people opened them, if people rejected them, had any complaints, unsubscribed, unique opens. And then we actually have a brand new feature will be great interest to you to help solidify your follow-up strategies. So we have the top drip emails too here, so specifically for your drip email campaigns. If you notice this Let's Stay in Touch one, this is just our test Las Vegas seller site, our demo site here. This Let's Stay in Touch area right here specifically, it says this is the one that's the most read, has the highest click-through rate, everything else like that. So this is another great piece of information right on the dashboard of Prime Seller Leads 3.0. You have a full great reporting system to track the effectiveness of your email campaigns with the back end of your website. And then also which specific emails are the most read, the most effective. So you can go through, say if you have one specifically that isn't performing well, then that might be a great indicator to go ahead and update the marketing of that email to maybe have a more compelling call to action in order to have more users and leads actually opening it and taking action with that specific email. So now it's not just a matter of tracking the basic stats of these email campaigns. You can actually track how effective they really are with this brand new feature in Prime Seller Leads 3.0. So again, this is just the specific dashboard that we're reviewing here. We will make the announcement very soon. It will be coming out very soon for Prime Seller Leads 3.0. Again, this is the brand new dashboard that we've gone ahead and completely designed to help agents better stay in touch with their leads, stay organized, and make better decisions about their marketing and advertising campaigns in order to improve conversion rates, lower cost per leads, everything like that. So yeah, very flexible back end and dashboard here, and a lot of great information to check out. Okay, so and we'll definitely make that announcement as soon as Prime Seller Leads 3.0 back end is available. The other thing I'd want to point out is what we talked about a little bit in the beginning is that you still have the same flexibility of the system. The only difference is that the design is slightly different. Okay, so if you go to CRM again and then click All Leads, it takes you to the same CRM from before. So although this navigation menu looks a slightly different, still the same CRM that you're used to working with and staying organized with follow-up. Okay, so everything still looks the same as far as this, and it will be the same for everything else. Again, it's only this top navigation bar that's really going to be updating and changing. From here, this brings us to the next section of the webinar, just some new features to cover. One, it's going to be specifically for the GPS tracking. So again, where that is effective and takes place is going to be on the front end of your website. So specifically for us with Las Vegas sellers, if we go to the front end here, I've already denied it with my web browser specifically, but what happens is when this updates, it'll ask to share your location, and once you allow that, once that user allows that with their web browser, then their immediate location and the address they're located in instantly populates right here. It can really improve some conversion rates, everything else like that. So in order to access these settings, we go to Settings and then GPS Settings. Okay, and then you can choose between our different images here of how you want it to appear, specifically on the front end of your site. Again, so this will show up right here. Okay. And if you specifically want to set it for mobile, if from your testing and the data that you've collected on your leads, you notice that more of them really opt in specifically for GPS tracking on their mobile devices, then you can select that option. If not, and if you notice it's pretty even across the board, then you can go ahead and select desktop and mobile for GPS location settings on the front end of your website. Okay, we give you this great option right here. So if you wanted to have your own design specifically for this, your own graphic designer take care of this for you, then you can upload an image that you'll use for GPS tracking and everything. We start you off with 3. In order to update that, you just click on any one of these. Okay, the check mark right here if you want to change it. And then right there, that's the new one, and it's live from that point on. Okay, so that's the new GPS tracking feature. Again, what it does, and if you notice, let's go to where that we're able to control the front end of the website. So Settings and then Set Page Content, which always takes you to our live editor. Okay, and so that's where it shows up. You can see this new GPS tracking thing right here. Or also, we always have this snippet, which the difference between the snippet and the GPS tracking is that the GPS tracking gets their exact location. When it comes to the snippet, it populates a user's location based on their computer's IP address. So wherever their internet provider is located, it will populate that location to personalize their experience right here. So for me, we have the settings restricted to state. So since we're in Syracuse, New York, that anyone from outside of that area will instantly see just Las Vegas. But if we took that restriction to stay off, it will say Syracuse, New York right here. Otherwise, you can completely remove that if you want. You just click on that text field and you highlight it and remove it if that's what you want to do. So that if we got rid of that and just click Save, if we go to the front end of the website and hit refresh, Las Vegas is gone. It's just how much is your home or condo worth. Okay? Again, for our purposes right now, if you want to add it back, all you do is just copy and paste the snippet from that corner. Again, this snippet box does not show up on the front end of your website. It's just a tool so you can copy and paste it whenever you need it. And click Save, and then it's live again, okay? All right, and now the difference, again, GPS location is going to be for the exact area that lead is located in, populates the immediate address associated with their GPS location. And then for this, specifically based on their computer's IP address, wherever that is located. The one thing to look out for is that if that user is on a work computer, then sometimes that location may be off a little bit. But 99% of the time it is very accurate. Okay, so that's one of the new features that within the past month we've updated, so the GPS tracking feature. What it does to comply legally with every state's and nation's guideline is that a person has to allow it, and so we actually put those instructions right in here. Look at the top and bottom of your browser screen and choose Allow. So once they visit your website for the first time, they'll get a prompt from their browser at the top or bottom of their screen, and it says Allow GPS Tracking. They click, then it instantly populates their address right here, and they can search for what their home is worth. Okay, so moving forward, let's go back to the administrative backend. The last thing that we will be covering in today's webinar is one of our most recent updates besides the Prime Seller Leads 3.0 dashboard. It is going to be how to add a video specifically to the report that's generated on the front end of the website. Okay, so right here it's going to be settings and then step 4 options under site settings in the center column. Okay, so this is what it currently is set off as if you haven't turned on this feature yet, is that you can go ahead and add a video so that if you have something generally about your brokerage, about yourself as an agent, or any successful tips or videos that you have, you can go ahead and choose a theme to upload it. So you can see the previews right here. If you want to start out with a great video at the top, a nice bar before the video, or a nice smaller video next to all of your information, then we allow you to choose between those themes and give you some flexibility. And now what you do specifically to enter that video is you're going to enter the video embed URL right here. So you copy and paste the URL of your YouTube video or Vimeo video, whatever it is, and then you just copy and paste it right into here, okay? And then from there, we have the autoplay feature so that if once that specific lead gets to step 4 and sees their home value report, you can set it up for the video to automatically play as soon as they get to step 4. If you want them to manually click play or not bombard them with a video to start automatically, then you can click no so that they have to click play in order to start your video. Usually it's a lot more successful just to leave yes on so that that video will automatically start playing and capture that specific lead's attention. If that video is about your brokerage, about explaining the process of filling out the form and getting their home value report. So yeah, a very powerful tool that you can use, and right now it is live for us. So let's go ahead and submit a test lead in order to see the functionality of this. So I'm going to pick a random address here. Okay, there we go, submitting this information. Just doing another test lead. Okay, perfect, there we go. And since autoplay is on, you see the video starting right here. And so that starts instantly right there for you. I have the audio turned off for right now just so it isn't confusing with the webinar and everything else going on. But yeah, so we can have a video to automatically start playing that's produced the report that's generated on the front end of your website. So again, that's just really right in the back end here, settings and step 4 options. So since that's the theme that we have selected, that's the one that shows up live on your Prime Seller Lead front end of your website. And so yeah, so that really covers it. So really that's it for today's webinar. It was short, simple, sweet, but a lot of great information. So right now I would like to open it up for questions. So if you have any specific questions about any of the new features we went over, then now is the time to ask it. So if, just to review, CRM and dashboard, that's the first thing that we covered, is the new dashboard for Prime Seller Leads 3.0. Covered all this great new information. That is a good question, Steve. What we're doing right now, Steve just asked when will 3.0 be live. We're hoping within the next week few weeks to launch this. What we're doing is a lot of in-house alpha testing just to make sure that there's no bugs associated with it. The functionality is great, and if we have other suggestions before we launch it, that it's live and ready to go. So it should be happening within the next few weeks here, Steve. Not an exact date yet, but coming out very soon, so stay tuned. We'll make that announcement. And also have we're recording this webinar in case you need to review this material and everything else like that. Okay, perfect. So yeah, and again, to review what we covered, if you have any questions right now, is just about all our new features, about Prime Seller Leads 3.0, and also our newest features with the specific options on step 4 to add a video, and the difference between GPS and the snippet for automatically populating information about a user's location. Okay, so those are our newest features specifically. Kind of pretty self-explanatory once you review it. But if you have any specific questions, now's the time to ask those questions. Again, Prime Seller Leads 3.0, the difference between GPS and the snippet tracking to populate a user's information, and also the video option. So some are brand new features, but some of the easier ones to understand. Looks like we have another one just come in here. Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Dennis asks, what would I put on the video? So honestly, that's going to be a good suggestion. It's a great question, and what I would honestly suggest is just sort of explaining the process of your website and follow-up and everything else like that. A lot of agents, if they have like a commercial or just a general overview of their brokerage or their specific company or their process as an agent, they'll put that information right on there. However, it would be beneficial to sort of explain the process if you thanked that specific lead for filling out their information about their home value. If they notice any discrepancies with it, then to please report it to you. Or if they would like to set up a listing appointment in order to determine their true home's value, then that would be a great suggestion as well. So just another way to contact that lead, especially with the autoplay feature, to have that video automatically going and capture their attention. I've heard some feedback. What some agents are doing is that they'll say, thank you for filling out and providing your information. Of course, there's outside factors that can determine your home's worth. I'd be happy to review that with you and provide you a CMA or detailed report, or set up a time to set a listing appointment specifically about the value of your home. So any one of those suggestions is what we've heard. Again, since these features are new and we do host the webinars hosted by those real estate trainers and brokers, I'm sure they're going to have some excellent suggestions for really utilizing successful techniques for uploading those videos. So again, we host those 2 to 3 times a month from those real estate trainers and brokers. So again, something to look forward to for that, and they definitely will be sharing their successful follow-up strategies for the new video features and utilizing the new dashboard so that you can take advantage of all of these great new features. So yeah, great question there, Dennis. I hope I helped to answer that there for you. So again, that really covers today's webinar. Summing it up here real quick, we went over Prime Seller Leads 3.0. We also, the new dashboard, the difference between GPS and also the code snippet to detect a user's location. On top of that, just adding those no videos and customizing that, and good suggestions of video ideas to cover for that. So again, we really thank you for attending today's webinar. Really love hearing all of the agents' feedback. We love to constantly improve the system just so you guys have a better experience with the product and really get the information that's crucial to execute a successful follow-up strategy and plan in order to convert these leads into listings. So again, we really thank everyone for attending today for today's webinar. If you have any suggestions for us or have any specific questions, you're more than welcome to call us at 888-485-4234, or you can email me directly. My email address is peter@ivortexmedia.com. And again, we thank you for attending today's webinar. There will be one coming up this Thursday and a few this month by some more real estate trainers and brokers. So thank you for attending, and if you came in halfway through it, we record all these webinars and happy to share that with you. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming out today, and look forward to hearing from your feedback. Okay, thanks. Bye.